I'd like to call this meeting to order for August the 3rd. We moved the board meeting up a week because one of the trustees is not going to be available for the board meeting, and we have a lot of business, so it was moved up so all three of us could be here. So with that, I'd like to pledge allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, roll call.
Okay, Mr. Hyab.
Here.
Mr. Lohman. Here. Mr. Lozikamp.
Here. All right, approval of the minutes for the regular trustee meeting held on June the 13th. Is there any further corrections? I've submitted some.
And I processed those. So
Okay,
You've got
anybody else?
the document called final, so that had those changes.
Have a
in it.
motion to accept the minutes as printed.
I'll make the motion.
I second.
Moved and seconded. Roll call.
All right. Doug,
Yes.
Rick,
Yes.
and Dennis.
Yes. Approval of the minutes of the.
Nope.
We don't,
Approval to pay the bills, right?
I got an old agenda.
Yes, that's the
No, I got the
last
minutes.
month's.
I'm sorry. Looking at the wrong paper. We got so many papers up here. All right, approval to pay the bills as has been presented over the past month. Motion to approve bill payment.
Yeah, I make a motion to approve them.
I'll second.
Moved and seconded. Roll call.
Rick,
Yes.
Doug,
Yes.
Dennis.
Yes. Approval of the bank reconciliation and bank statement.
Okay, I have a modification there.
Okay,
All right, bank statement you have in front of you. You've got the details for Fifth Third, and you also have the details for the Star account. Should be able to see it. I think I organized it under the fiscal officer report title page.
yeah.
Yep. So you've got that, and in there you've got the appropriation status. So that's just what you all just approved. But these are the bank statements. We could not do the bank reconciliation because we had certain adjustments that were going back a number of months, and even one of them went back a number of years. So we're gonna spend Thursday going through the reconciliation, so you will get that reconciliation cleaned up, but there was a lot of, shall we say, adjustments in that reconciliation that went back all the way back to 21, and they were just carried forward as open. And in fact, this last check I showed you, Dennis, that one for about $8,000, that was in an open check. We'll void it. So we got a lot of cleanup. The reconciliation should only have, between the bank and the book, things that the bank hasn't acknowledged as deposits, or our books haven't acknowledged as deposits, or checks that are still outstanding within 30 to 60 days.
Yep.
Nothing longer than that. So we're in the process of cleaning all that up. So you'll get a bank reconciliation in your mail slot as soon as we get it all finished.
Okay,
But
well,
but we had to clean it up.
Yeah. Okay, well, we'll address it at the next board meeting then.
Okay, we can do that.
Okay.
But the bank statements, again, I reported earlier today, the Star account only had the previous person's private email and phone numbers on it, and she was the only one on the authorized.
They're called Planning Perspectives.
You know I would.
Recordings.
The cameras won't move when there's somebody speaking.
That's-
They won't see them.
No, but I'll have full transcripts. Okay, the recording has started.
Want me to back up?
Yes.
Okay, correspondence, got an email from James Noyes, Hamilton County Planning and Development. It was a quarterly newsletter called Planning Perspectives. And then I got an email from Green Umbrella Regional Climate Collaborative Action Showcase, which is Wednesday, August the 12th, 3:30 to 5 p.m. It's at the UC Digital Futures Building, and that's at 3080 Exploration Avenue, Cincinnati. If you want to go to that, Google that. I don't have an email address.
What was
on
the name
that.
of it again, Dennis? Collaborative, what was the name of it? Collaborative?
Green Umbrella
Green,
Regional Climate Collaborative Action Showcase.
okay.
And then my last one was Jobs Ohio, and they just basically were touting that Ohio recently was named America's top state for business by CNBC. So that's all the correspondence I had. Doug?
I got a couple of things. The Butler Rural Electric Golf Outing is the 14th, and you can still register by the 7th. It's at Indian Ridge Golf Course. Fernald Preserve has weekly programs, and something we don't get to mention is the Board of Health meeting is next week, the 10th at 4 o'clock.
Usually it's at the same time our meeting is, so.
That's all I got.
Okay. Rick?
Nothing.
None. All right. Moving on, Sheriff's Report, Jeremy?
All right, good evening, everybody. Lieutenant Jeremy DePoli, Emily County Sheriff's Office with the August report for the month of July for Crosby Township. Once again, nothing of concern to the public at large. A few incidents which were rather minor, unless you happened to be involved. One, there was a theft up on Hamlin-Cleves Road. Our victim was using his cellular phone to make a Venmo transaction. He left it while he was meeting the buyer of a trailer at the storage facility up there. Could not find his cell phone afterwards, and he found out that later that Venmo, a separate transaction was made. So between the loss on the phone and the loss on the Venmo transaction, he was looking at $3,800. So whether or not that was done by the purchaser of the trailer, we don't know. It's still under investigation. Criminal damaging on New Haven Road, 15th of July. Victim stated that her boyfriend's suspect, male, 40 years old, used a baseball bat to shatter the windshield and smash the passenger side mirror off of her vehicle over in the church parking lot while she was sitting in the car after an argument. Time for a new boyfriend, I think, first, but he fled the area, could not be located. We have put a warrant out for his arrest. Total damage on that is unknown. Deputy Dave Hamball carrying that report. Theft of identity up on Brigade Court, reported on the 21st. Unknown persons used the victim's identifying information to order several menu items at the La Rosa's Pizza in Coleraine Township up there at Stone Creek Boulevard. Suspect was observed on the business surveillance making the pickup, however, has not been identified at this time. $89 worth of pizza and calzones. Deputy Caroma reporting on that one. The fourth and final criminal incident. Criminal damaging up on Oxford Road. This was kind of a road rage deal on the 27th. Victim was driving through the village proper down here when he was flagged down by a suspect, female, 63. She confronted him regarding alleged reckless operation of the vehicle. There was a little bit of an exchange there, verbally, after which the suspect used a spade to strike his vehicle twice, shattering the tail lamp. Some of the facts, of course, there were in dispute about who said what, who started it, who did what. However, the suspect did confess that she, for lack of anything better, had a temporary loss of rational thought when she did what she did. Otherwise, from what I could tell, a pretty law-abiding citizen, so she lost her cool. Anyway, she was given a notice to appear for court, so she's got a court date on that one. We'll see how that one works out. Deputy Adrian White reporting on that one. Non-criminal reports, again, cover, civil property issues, medical runs. We had a deceased person earlier in the month. There was nothing suspicious on that one. But non-criminal reports are covered in that. 6 different incidents on that, so 10 total incidents reported in Crosby for the month. Criminal investigations, what was handed over to our CIS section. 3 cases were assigned for Crosby or assigned for investigation during the month of July. 0 cases have been closed as of this writing, so pretty short time span there. They'll get around to checking on all those. Traffic incidents, there were 4 auto crashes total, 0 OVI arrests, which is good. Everybody seems to be taking Ubers, Lyfts, or staying at home. Dispatch report, I do not have that information. Normally that comes to me on the first Monday of the month, which was today. I was off duty. This report was written over the weekend. If anybody is interested in how many runs we answered, I will have that next Monday when I get back on duty. I will forward that all with an updated report to you through the
That'd be
email.
great.
You'll have everything. Well, the last item we like to cover here is the DVERT team, which is an acronym for Domestic Violence Enhanced Response Team, DVERT. As a program run in conjunction with Women Helping Women, it provides immediate resources and social services for victims of domestic violence and/or abuse. You do not have to be the victim of a crime to receive services from them. If you know anybody who is particularly, it's geared towards women, again, and intimate partners, whether it's boyfriend, girlfriend type deal or husband, wife. Anyway, there were no incidents that they responded to in Crosby during July. So more information on that program, if anybody's interested, www.womenhelpingwomen.org. And that is all that I have. Any questions, comments, or complaints?
Yeah, Jim?
Yeah, the intersection at Oxford and Haven, I know it's hard with high cars.
information.
Nobody stops at their stop signs, they just roll through, constant, all day long. And you can't get, like where I live, you can't get out on the street down there, especially in the school mornings.
It is hard for anybody to say they didn't see that stop sign, right?
Yeah, but it's flashing lights, but
Yeah.
they just roll through. I talked to the guy who was in the story of it last weekend. He did the appropriations in the bank report. It's not that seamless, but.
Well, and excuse me, I mean, therein lies the problem. If they see us, they do what they're supposed to do. But the second we turn our back, right? I will put a note in again to see if we can get a little more attention on that corner right there, but obviously.
Same thing
we're-
at Boffman and Edgewood. They just roll right through there
Okay.
from Boffman around in the morning about 6:20, 6:30.
Okay.
Yeah, don't even stop, just go right through.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll make a note, see if, I can't really think anywhere good to sit there either. The church
know,
is, the
yeah.
church is a little far north of there, but I'll put a note in, see what we can do. Any other comments or complaints?
Nope, don't see any.
Fantastic. That's the way
Thanks
I
a
like
lot.
it. All right.
We always appreciate you coming in here and telling us how good we are as a community.
I've told you I like it here. So. I've been a lot of places throughout the county, throughout the night. I'm a 12-hour shift. I travel quite a bit throughout the county from east to west, north to south, and I do find myself back here quite a bit. So
Yeah, well, hopefully it stays this way. I mean, nothing stays the same forever, but
that's right.
we enjoy what we have out here, so thanks a lot.
All right, appreciate you.
Thank you.
All right. Do we have a list of people who want to speak?
2 people.
All right. Next is, I'll put Anthony Don's up first since he's the green of the group. He's with Cardinal Land Conservancy. You have to go up and state your name and your address for the record, and then
Hi there. My name is Anthony Downs. I'm with Cardinal Land Conservancy. You said address as well?
yeah,
930 O'Bannonville Road, Loveland, Ohio. 45140. We're proposing a resolution of support for Cardinal Land Conservancy to purchase 59.25 acres in Crosby Township via the Clean Ohio Fund. Cardinal Land Conservancy is a 501c3 land trust, and we're going to attempt to protect and steward the open space there. We would like to permanently remove development pressure. It is a site that sits really close to ongoing development surrounding 360 degrees via residential or agriculture. We want to restore what was lost. The land was heavily logged in recent years, and under the conservation ownership, we can guide long-term forests and native plant recovery. And this also, protecting this property is consistent with the conservation open space priorities already identified in Crosby Township's 2015 land use plan and regional green space planning. We're interested in potential public access, which would start slowly and then ramp up from there. Potential managed hunting access, schools, and educational field trips and other low-impact conservation compatible activities. What we ask of Crosby Township, a resolution of support for the CLC's Clean Ohio grant application. This would be no financial obligation to the township. The grant is state funded through the Ohio Public Works Commission, and CLC holds, monitors, and stewards the land. Thank you.
so basically, you guys been here before. It was last year, if I remember right. Time goes around fast. It was the beginning of this year. Last year, and you were going to do it, and then they backed out and thought they had somebody that was going to buy it, and then that, I guess, fell through, and now you're back in to acquiring the land. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
State your name.
Andy Dickerson. I'm the Executive Director of Cardinal Land Conservancy.
Okay, Andy, so you just want a new resolution to support, so it's up to date, so when you go after the funding, you got some support to show that the community is behind it.
That's right. It's a requirement of the grant application. Again, we're hoping to get into the pool to compete with other people that are applying in the Hamilton County NRAC, the Natural Resource Advisory Council District 2. The match, there's a 25% match component, and the landowners are donating that to us. So it's not like we have to raise the extra money, which is good, because they do want to kind of see it conserved, but it's all set up to be another, what's that nice word for trailer park? Patio home village. So it's all set up with all that stuff. And, you know, it's got bobcats on it. It's got endangered bats on it. It's a really nice piece of property. It's catty-corner to Fernald, and it just warrants protection. And we're all geared up with agreements to do it. We just need your support.
So when they logged it, did they strip it completely, or they just took the marketable timber and left the rest?
They took the marketable. I mean, there was a couple instances where they took some big fat tulip poplars and left them lay. I don't know. There might have been some rot up in the top of them, but there's still some good quality trees back there, and the beginning of a trail from their logging road is already in place.
Okay, all right.
So you'll have like local, where's your place out of? Like, where's your offices in?
My office is based out of Loveland, but we work all over southwest Ohio and southeast Indiana, basically over to Indianapolis and down to Louisville.
And you'll have like local people that'll maintain it?
Yeah, we have 23 staff, and we've got about 12 conservation staff that are going to be helping look after it.
And you'll keep like invasive honeysuckle?
Man, come on.
Like
There's-
you can.
That place is covered up with invasives. We are going to do our best to shock them in the beginning, but we'll do our best to keep them down. That autumn olive is everywhere in that flat part.
Yeah, it's bad around here.
So basically, you'll put in a parking lot for visitors to hike up through the woods and enjoy the mature trees that are there and keep it from being developed.
That's right. And we're looking at passive recreation. We're not going to have a paved trail there. It's too hilly to have a flat paved trail.
Yeah,
We're just looking to do our best. We've got about 2 years after we do the contract to try to pull off the parking lot and the trail stuff,
okay,
according to the grant terms.
right. All right, I'll read the resolution for the record. This would be resolution number 38. A resolution supporting an application for the 2026 Clean Ohio Green Space Conservation Fund, NRAC 2, for the Branch Hill property, which is around 59.25 acres in Crosby Township, Hamlin County, Ohio. And I'm just going to go down to the meat of it because the first part is just confirming the date and who was in attendance. Whereas the Board of Trustees has received a request for support of an application to the state of Ohio for the purchase of 59.25 plus or minus acres of land by the Cardinal Land Conservancy from Branch Hill LLC, which land is located at State Route 128 in Crosby Township, Hamilton County, Ohio, and comprises auditor's parcel number 053-000-60004, and whereas the Conservancy seeks a resolution of support from the Crosby Township Board of Trustees for the award of a grant from the State of Ohio 2026 Clean Ohio Green Space Conservation Program, the program which would allow the Conservancy to create a permanent nature preserve on approximately 59.25 acres of land, and whereas the trustees have reviewed this request and have determined that the nomination of the property for the 2026 Clean Ohio Conservation Fund is not in conflict with any policies of the township, and whereas the Cardinal Land Conservancy, a nonprofit 501c3 land preservation organization, is an eligible sponsor for applications for the 2026 Clean Ohio Conservation Fund for properties in Hamilton County, Ohio, and whereas the Cardinal Land Conservancy, formerly the Land Conservancy of Hamilton County, Ohio, has worked since 1999 to preserve land in southwest Ohio for farmland and natural areas and open space. Be it resolved by the trustees of Crosby Township, Hamilton County, State of Ohio, Section 1. The trustees support the application for a grant from the 2026 Clean Ohio Conservation Fund, NRAC 2, by the Cardinal Land Conservancy on behalf of Branch Hill LLC for the purchase of approximately 59.25 acres of land by the Cardinal Land Conservancy from Branch Hill LLC in order to create permanent green space within Crosby Township, Hamilton County. Section 2, that the trustees have determined that the purchase of the nominated land and the proposed use of the majority of it as permanent green space is compatible with the long-range land use goals of Crosby Township. Section 3, that the trustees acknowledge that as a sponsor, Cardinal Land Conservancy has agreed to hold, monitor, and supervise the land to be purchased with the 2026 Clean Ohio Conservation Program monies, and will do so in conjunction with the rights of the Public Works Commission according to the terms of the 2026 Clean Ohio Conservation Program. So do I have a motion to accept resolution number 38?
I got a question.
Yes.
So what happens to this if this Cardinal Land Conservancy thing just goes out of business? What happens to the land?
So, I'll go.
So first, we're set up to be in business as long as the state of Ohio exists and there's a stock market. Barring that, it'll go to a federal judge, and they will assign that property to a like organization that could be public or private that will take ownership and keep it with the same deed restrictions that we'll have on it.
So we'll have deed restrictions, so.
Yeah, the state of Ohio puts, when we get it from the grant money from them, it comes with deed restrictions that it can only be used in accordance with the green space program.
Okay,
Can,
gotcha.
can I ask a question? Last year when you were here, we passed a resolution just like this one, right?
Yes.
And it didn't go forward because you did not obtain a grant? Or why did that fall through?
So the purchase agreement with the owners, they wanted more money for it. And they thought that our appraisal we got right at the same time when I came before you. And they wanted the appraisal to be higher. And I'm like, that's not how appraisals work.
Okay.
So the extra time that it took, it's the same number, but they were willing to come down and do the bargain sale.
All right, thank you.
Okay. Thanks.
Anything else?
I'm good.
Okay.
I'll make a motion.
Okay, Doug has moved.
Resolution
38.
38, yeah.
38.
I second it.
Been moved and seconded. Any further discussion? Seeing none. Roll
Rick?
call.
Yeah, Rick,
Yes.
Doug,
Yeah.
Dennis.
Yes.
Dennis, if you could pass that resolution back to me then, once you signed it.
Okay. I'll let you fill it in.
I'll fill it in.
Did Rick sign it?
I haven't signed it yet. I was gonna have him fill it in. While we're doing that, anybody else, public at large? All right. We'll move on to the administrator's report. Chris?
Good evening, everyone. At the last meeting, we had some community members here that were requesting some information or assistance on connecting the Shaker, excuse me, the Whitewater Trail or Shaker Trace Trail to Dick Road. The next day, I did get a response on that. They are not looking to do anything with that type of project until, or considering any type of survey or need for that until 2027. And when that happens, they would look to the township for private funding sources to do that. All the capital funding that they have is even tied up until 2031. So I guess that happening is not on their radar for a couple years. So I know Mr. Losekamp said something about the last time, or mentioned that they wouldn't probably let us do anything anyway, but even if we did find public or private funding, but it looks like we probably can't do anything about that until 2027. But maybe we can look at a different avenue on that if I can find the right people to talk to. But it wasn't a very good response for that topic that we had. The other concern that some community members had was the Hamilton County roads. And I know that we had talked about or mentioned when speaking to the gentleman here was the survey that was done for everyone that could do that survey. I did get the survey results from that, the traffic survey, and the action plans for the roads. This is a Hamilton County thing, but it was nice to see that some of our concerns around Crosby Township are on a higher risk level on that survey. So that did help for our community members to take that survey, especially the Dry Fork New Haven Road connection there. So that is, once again, a Hamilton County road issue. However, it did show up on the survey as a higher risk area. So I do have that. If anyone in public wants to look at the survey, I have that here in this binder and will be accessible for public viewing. The other thing that was a concern for the community members was the the gas line issue that runs down Dry Fork Road. I do have also the Cardinal project, that's the Texas Gas Transmission project. I do have that for public viewing as well. So I wanted to make sure that anyone who,
Carnation isn't.
oh, Carnation, I'm sorry, Cardinal, yeah, not Cardinal, I'm sorry. You were talking and I got that in my head, the Carnation, thank you, Doug. But I do have that report as well for public viewing if anyone wanted more information on that. So I just wanted to make sure that I made that available to anyone that had concerns or questions about any of those topics. Fitness court update, if you came in tonight, you saw that the ground is all dug up over there on that side of the property. I can't thank enough the people who have been involved in that project, especially Mr. Losekamp, Mr. Niehaus came out on their own time to grade that out, to get it ready to pour our concrete, which we wish was being done tomorrow, but I don't know if that's going to happen. But David Sellett at Modern Day Construction really has gone above and beyond to get concrete donated for us from Ernst Concrete and also Scherzinger. Thank you to Mr. Hayev also for helping with that. The community has really come together to get that phase of our fitness court going. So this week, hopefully, we're waiting on a special sealant that has to go on that concrete to get that going. I'm just waiting for FedEx to bring it here. So as soon as we can get that, that'll get that rolling. That project, fitness court, is scheduled to be completed by I would say, they say the end of September, but I feel like that's going to be sooner than that. The equipment is coming on August 10th. So I think it's all in the planning part of it as to when we can, unveil and have the actual ta-da moment that we open that up officially to the public. But it's really going to be a great asset to the community for physical fitness and a commitment to the wellness of our community. Trustees, I sent out a message about the crisis emergency plan that I gave you a while back. I did want to, it looks like this here. It's been a while, this item. It's the crisis and emergency operations plan here for the community senior center. Just your typical tornado evacuation, fire evacuation, earthquake, and intruder shelter-in-place plan. I would like to I've got a resolution for you there to go ahead and adopt this as our official plan. It is in coordination with the signs that I have already posted in the building for the direction in which we would evacuate or shelter in place. So the resolution that you have is adopting the Crosby Township Community Senior Center Crisis and Emergency Operations Plan.
Its number is 36.
It would be what?
36.
36?
Yep.
Okay.
All right. Everybody got resolution 36? I'll read it for the record. Resolution 36, a resolution adopting the Crosby Township Community Center or Community Senior Center Crisis and Emergency Operations Plan. Whereas the Board of Township Trustees is charged with protecting the health, safety, and welfare of the residents, employees, volunteers, and visitors of Crosby Township. And whereas the township has prepared the Crosby Township Community Senior Center Crisis and Emergency Operation Plan to establish procedures for emergency preparedness, evacuation, shelter in place, continuity of operations and response to emergencies occurring at the Community Senior Center. And whereas the plan includes emergency procedures for fire evacuation, tornadoes and severe weather, earthquakes, intruder, lockdown events, and other emergency incidents, and is intended to be used in coordination with local fire, EMS, law enforcement, and emergency management agencies. And Whereas the plan has been developed in alignment with applicable provisions of the Ohio Revised Codes and Ohio Administrative Code, including but not limited to ORC sections 55502.21, 5502.27, Chapter 3750, ORC Section 149.433, and Ohio Administrative Code 13017-7-04, together with recognized emergency management best practices, including FEMA, NIMS, COOP guidance, and Hamilton County Emergency Management. And whereas the board finds that adoption of the plan is in the best interest of Crosby Township, will enhance the emergency preparedness for township facilities. Now therefore be it resolved by the Board of Township Trustees of Crosby Township, Hamilton County, Ohio. Section 1, the board hereby approves and adopts the Crosby Township Community Senior Center Crisis and Emergency Operations Plan dated May 2026 and authorizes its implementation. Section 2, the township administrator is authorized to make non-substantive administrative revisions, update emergency contact information maps and procedures as needed, provided that any material policy changes shall be presented to the board for approval. Section 3, the plan shall be reviewed at least annually and after any significant emergency event or facility modification. Section 4, because portions of the plan contain information relating to facility security and emergency response, distribution shall be limited as permitted by Ohio law, including ORC 149.433 where applicable. Section 5, this resolution shall take effect immediately upon its adoption. Adopted this third day of August 2026. Any questions? Seeing none, do I?
I just want to make it clear that this would not be a public document that someone could request due to some of the information that's in it.
Sure, they could use it to your detriment.
Exactly.
So
as far as public record request, this would not be one of those. However, I would educate, the seniors when they come in to tell, of course, fire, tornado, earthquake, but, not make this a public document.
okay. Fire chief, you good with it? Okay. Any further comments or questions? If not, do I have a motion to adopt?
Should it be in there that it's not public record? Or?
Well, that's the section
Okay.
4.
I'll make a motion to
Accept resolution number 36.
36/2026.
Okay, it's been moved.
I'll second.
Been moved and seconded. Roll call?
Doug,
Yes.
Rick,
Yes.
Dennis.
Yes. Okay. Anything else?
Yeah, I'll need one to sign. You want to sign yours?
Did you have that other one ready yet for the cardinal for us to sign?
Didn't have any place for signatures. But we can sign it. It says approved. Go ahead and sign your name by it.
Yeah.
That'd be good. Cardinal.
I do have a couple other things, I'm sorry. On the topic of emergency preparedness, I wrote a grant to Otarma, it's the Moore grant, and asked for some funding so that we can, with talking with Missy and Vivian, so that we can plan some sort of emergency preparedness event that would provide emergency preparedness backpacks for community members. That would be a 2-person backpack with 3 days of emergency preparedness supplies. So hopefully I had a good response from one of the members of Otarma on that grant, wanting specifics on that. So working on that to have, to be able to give out at least 250 of those emergency preparedness backpacks. The other thing that I have, as soon as that you, as a trustees, could take a look at an evaluation plan that I have for our employees. I can leave that in the, or in my office, if you can take a look at that when you get a chance. It's pretty big packet to copy for all of you, but if you, when you get a chance, come in and take a look at that. And it would be an evaluation plan that focuses on positive correspondence, but also looking at performance. It's performance-based and also commendation-based as well. Activities that employees take part in here in the community, and that kind of leads me into the last thing that I have for this evening. I just want to thank some of the employees that have volunteered and attended some of our activities. I know that we've had our music here on Wednesday nights. Thank you, Mr. Hyab, for your attendance on that. And also Bruce Rosenberg from our maintenance department has been attending that, and Pat McDonough. And of course, we all show up for that. But I do feel like that is an important thing to do, but I also know that people are busy and can't attend at times. But it means a lot to us as Vivian, Missy, and I that we put a lot of time into planning those activities, that we do have people that work here that will attend or make a showing at those things. So I appreciate that. And of course, Mr. Niehaus and the maintenance staff for all their work they put behind setting those things up for us. So thank you very much for that. And that's all I have for this evening.
What's the next program?
Wednesday night, we have Mr. T's Mohawk Band, 6 o'clock to 9 o'clock.
Okay.
I know. Take that for whatever you want. I actually know a couple of those band members.
All right.
So,
All right. Thank you. All right. Legal report. Oh, fire chief.
July run totals with 39 EMS details, 30 fire details, a total of 69 details during July. We had a career member resign from the department on July 23rd. Next on the list is Tyler Friend. I'm looking for approval to hire Tyler Friend. Mr. Friend is currently a firefighter EMT, but he is currently in a local paramedic program who will be graduating the program in December. He is scheduling his physical and stress test this week. Once the physical and stress tests are completed, he will come in and fill out the necessary paperwork needed for the township and for his appointment. At that point in time, I'll have a start date for him. And I'll give that to the administrator and the fiscal office, along with his hourly pay rate is on this report.
So is he gonna be full-time,
He will be full-time.
replacing the other guy?
Yes, sir.
Is he working somewhere now, or is he on here part-time?
He's working somewhere part-time currently.
Not here?
Correct.
Okay.
So he was one of the ones he was the next in line when you hired the other two.
That's correct. Tested very well, interviewed very well.
So I guess we would approve you hiring him if he passes all of his tests.
Correct.
So I'd say that would be in our motion.
That paramedic program, is he funding that himself, or is the other department funding that, or how's that working?
Other departments.
So how's that gonna work if we hire him full-time?
Well, it's August already, so he's got just a few months left. It's paid for.
Oh, it is paid for?
It is paid for.
Okay,
They pay for that up front.
okay.
He doesn't have any commitments to stay?
I talked to him on the phone again this morning, and no,
That's odd.
It is very odd.
it's a larger department that doesn't have, it's a larger department.
Okay,
Not all departments have that. Some do, some don't.
right.
Yeah.
Make a motion.
Yeah, I can make a motion. I make a motion, we hire Tyler Friend
If
for
he,
the fire department.
if and when he passes all of
If he
his
passes all his
tests.
tests, yeah.
And when will those tests be completed?
It's the physical test and stress test. It takes, they only test on Wednesdays, so depending on how busy they are,
Week or two?
possibly.
So you're gonna need equipment for him
Yes, yes.
in probably sometime late August, early September?
I would say, well, probably, or late August, yes,
Late August, and that's about $5,000, right?
it is. Just shy of $5,000, yeah.
Right,
But he won't start until a new pay period, just like the other two. He won't start halfway through a pay period. We'll wait.
okay.
Okay, it's been moved. You have a second? Moved and seconded.
Who moved? Rick.
Rick moved, Doug seconded. Now we
Okay.
hire Tyler Friend,
Right.
full-time.
Okay, Rick,
Yes.
Doug,
Yes.
and Dennis.
Yes.
Last thing I have happened today, we had a window break in one of our man doors on the far side of the building, one of the older doors. That was replaced today on the east side. And then we have a meeting with Alpha, County and FEMA tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock, to talk about the flood issue. To prove to them that the flood panels we have work and everything that they want, we have.
You gonna be able, you
I
gonna?
don't know that, I don't think so, unless my job wraps quick.
I notified
Okay.
trustee Camp and Mr. May.
Yeah.
If you're available, please stop by.
Well, if, I gotta see how my day, cause I'm, got a lot of stuff booked.
It's tomorrow at 10.
10.
This came out,
I
she
could
wanted,
probably go if you need me to.
we were able to
You
get her
said you can.
come out
I can't commit to that, no.
How long's it last usually?
now.
I should be able to do it.
Are you up by
Okay.
then? Are you up by then?
I won't be awake, but
More coffee.
could you do it at 10 o'clock at night?
All right.
You'll handle it.
Yeah, I'll go.
Just as long as someone's there. Bob May will be there, I'll be there, Lieutenant Keller will be there.
Will this be the wrap-up for all the punch list items? Or,
And she signs off on it so that we can finish everything.
Right,
This is what's holding us up right now.
yeah, this won't wrap it up until,
If anything comes up, just let me know, like, if they cancel or something.
Okay, that it? All right.
thanks.
Anybody have anything for the fire department? All right. Alan.
No report.
Alan never does have much of a report, I tell you.
He wants to get out of here.
He's not getting out too, he's not getting out too fast
Your
tonight.
report's a good sign.
All right, maintenance, Jim.
Reports.
Well, we went to the firehouse, we cleaned all the gutters, we thought maybe the gutters, put water in the firehouse.
Pull the mic closer to you.
We went over the turn it off.
Dawn.
Went over to the firehouse and cleaned the gutters and out, we fixed the lights in the firehouse, patched the roof at the firehouse. We, went over New Baltimore and cleaned catch basins and found catch basins. Dennis seen us over doing that. We found some we never even knew were there. And, went over to Big Park in New Baltimore, pressure washed the floor of the shelter, pressure washed them, concrete picnic tables and all that off,
Yeah.
made them look nice so people can sit on that place. We've been doing the mowing, chipping, brush trimming, and tree trimming, and weed eating, and all that every day somewhere. We checked all this, we got, once a month, we got to drive and check all the streets with signs. We've done that this month. Set up for concerts. We dug out the fitness project, which I already talked. the swing set in New Baltimore's completely done now.
Is
The
it?
new one's done.
Okay.
The old one ain't down yet, but
Did you try it out?
no, I'm too short. And we done some blacktop patching on Blue Rock Road over there by Sam's store in New Baltimore.
Yeah.
And, met with paving people on the parking lot over here at the maintenance building.
Yep.
You just got the bids up there with yous. Met with Curtis from Corcoran at the firehouse, and I didn't know, he sent me an estimate on that wrapping them ductwork, but I ain't heard no more. I kinda called him today and he never returned my call. Did we still going with that, or did somebody talk to him and tell him no, or what?
Well, I ran it past Bob May, and this has been a while back when we had the water running through the firehouse. And at that time, he said to have the other guys come in and do the work that installed it, because, you know, they wouldn't honor the warranty if somebody else did it. Well, if they didn't do it right the first time, my opinion is, are we sure they're gonna do it right the second time? And so my opinion, go ahead and have Coker and Harness wrap the pipe. You got a price on that?
Yeah,
What kind of a price are we looking at?
$4,993. He said it'd be between 5 and 7 that day he was over.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, give that to the chief, and tomorrow run that past Bob May and Alpha and get their input on it. And if they want to have their man, if they know that their man will come back in and do it right, then go that route. But if there is any hesitancy, I'd say we ought to have our own man do it, wouldn't you think?
Now,
Question, is that going against the $100,000 that we owe Alpha? I mean, we've set
Oh, the
aside.
100, if I understand it right, the 120,000 that we owe Alpha is all owed. Alpha holds back 10% from the subcontractors,
Yeah,
and that's the money that we owe Alpha is the subcontractors, 10% that they held back.
what I'm trying to get to is this $5,000, is it coming out of our pocket, or is it coming out of Alpha's pocket?
Well, that's what we're gonna find out. That's where, if I can,
It'll be out of our pocket.
huh?
I think if they do, it'll be out of our pocket.
Right.
If it's, I don't know the other company's name. We didn't do it right the first time,
Feldkamp.
then it'll be.
But who engaged Feldkamp? Alpha?
Yeah, Alpha.
Then they should fund that project too, that $5,000. I mean, it's
Hold
their,
another retainage for that project.
right.
Yes.
I don't know, because at the time, we told him to do it. Curtis from Corcoran.
Yeah, but was that to do the wrap of the piping, or was that to do the water for the pump?
Both.
Did that include the pump in there with the price?
No,
that was separate.
That's
That
separate.
That was
'cause
separate.
They already did that.
Yeah, because wasn't that like 3,800?
What's that?
That was like $300.
$300.
Oh, $300.
Yeah, yeah, and then.
And we were planning on taking that out of the Alpha piece too.
Right.
I was gonna set up a cost center for it.
Where that came out of, Amy didn't know.
Well,
don't know.
we talked about the $100,000 being held back, and that if it's their fault, we should take it away from their piece that we're giving back to them. The 300 and the 5,000.
But I don't know if Corcoran, I don't know if he ordered stuff for that job or to do this or what.
Well, it really doesn't matter. I mean, Alpha's gonna pay for it, because they're not gonna get all their money. End of discussion.
I'll see what I can do tomorrow to be there, because I understand more of it than you do,
And you know about it.
and I know about it. So I'll drop what I was gonna do tomorrow morning and I'll be there.
Okay.
That
And,
sounds like a plan.
If you can't, let me know.
Yeah,
Be there.
I'll just redo what I was gonna do. So,
I'll hold on to this and I'll give it to you tomorrow morning.
yeah, hold on to that and give it to me tomorrow morning when I get there. Because I'm gonna talk to Bob and Alpha and get that ironed out. All right,
Who's coming from Alpha, do you know?
It's a revolving door. I don't know.
yeah, they had, somebody quit and then somebody, I don't know, Brandon or who in the heck,
He's no longer with them.
he's no longer with them, so.
Who was the guy there the other day?
Jeff.
Jeff? Yeah, that's right.
Okay,
Jeff started the project.
10 o'clock?
He did start the
All
project.
right, I'll be there.
You're on.
Okay, I met with Jeremiah Lawhorn, and he fixed the window that was broke today, so.
Okay,
At the firehouse. And then I have, you should have a bid for the walking trail extension to senior center and a parking lot extension at the maintenance building.
And how much was it?
I figured he'd read it. Do you want me to read them?
I just need to know the numbers, and then, if you have to get, second bids, then I gotta get second
This
bids.
is the second bid.
This is the second bid?
We had the original bid last month.
Okay,
970.
okay.
You got them separated, Doug? Bear and Fox are the paving, the parking lot, and, the other ones is, in the extension is modern day concrete and, I don't even know the name of the
Anthony
company.
Stanley.
Yeah, Anthony Stanley,
Yeah.
or the two to go together.
Okay, so Fox Paving to do the parking area up by the maintenance building is $14,950. And the second bid is from Bears Paving, and it's $19,750. So Fox Paving is the cheapest of the two bids,
Same scope, same quality,
supposed to be.
how do we know?
I've never seen
spec it?
I've never seen Fox paving work, but Rick has. He got that bid. I've seen Bear, they're good, but the quotes are exactly same thing. I had,
Same thing except the number?
yeah,
5,000 more.
what they're bidding is exactly the same. I had them do that. So
Okay.
it matched.
Okay, so I guess we go with the low bid, that's equal in quality and in specification.
Approve that, or?
Yeah, make a motion, somebody. For Fox
We're good to
Paving.
go?
Yep,
I'll
Good.
make a motion, we hire Fox Paving to do the paving 24 by 80 for the maintenance building over there for $14,950.
I'll second it.
Been moved and seconded. Any further discussion? Seeing none, roll call?
Rick,
Yes.
Doug,
Yes.
Dennis.
Yes. All right, and then we got the walkway to go from the bottom of the parking lot over to the trail that goes around. And Modern Day Concrete put a bid in for $11,970. And who's this Anthony W. Stanley?
That's just the guy that did the other concrete work under by the bridge.
Oh, okay. He had a total of $11,286, so very close.
But on the scope of the work, he has no restoration, where Modern Day does have restoration at the project's end.
What's restoration?
Around the end of the sidewalk, once they pull the forms,
Okay,
it says backfill included.
good.
So that brings the price closer than ever.
Yeah, it's $700
Plus,
bucks.
Modern Day is in the township,
Yes, and they're good.
and they're good. And they are working on the pad now for the wall.
Seems to me that cleanup work is worth $700, isn't it?
Even 600, it's only 600.
$600.
Yeah.
Okay, seems like it.
Yeah.
and it's like finishing the job.
All right,
That he's already providing a service
right.
for this here project,
Right,
and they are township residents.
let's get a motion for it then.
I make a motion, we hire Modern Day to pour the concrete from the parking lot to the sidewalk for $11,970.
I'll second it.
Been moved and seconded. Any further discussion? Seeing none, roll call?
Rick,
Yes.
Doug,
Yes.
Dennis,
Yes. All right. Are you good over there, maintenance?
Yeah, I'm good there.
All right. Thank you, sir.
We did put if you notice, it's short road, we put a little bed in with some flowers in it, because that's like a high visibility entrance into the township. So those guys did that. I provided this material. And I did fertilize the trees out here too.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I did them yesterday in
I
front of
noticed they
me.
were greener this morning.
You'll see the weeds growing fast around them.
Now we have to weed eat around them more.
Somebody mentioned that today, and I said, I bet Doug Lohman did that.
Well, thanks, Doug, for
Thanks,
donating
Doug.
your time and effort there.
I've had compliments on it from people. No, from
Up by Short.
the sign up on Short Road.
Yeah, there's a lot of visibility there.
We never had a sign there before, have we?
There's always been a sign
yes,
there, but
yeah.
we put flowers in front of it.
Oh,
Never anything planted around, just weed, they just weed eat it up to it.
oh, okay.
It's decorated now.
Yeah,
I'm always watching traffic when I go through there, so I don't pay too much
I know,
attention.
right.
Somebody will probably run into it.
High risk area.
Yeah, next week.
We'll go for the beautification.
All right,
board.
anything else for maintenance? We're good? Okay, community, Missy?
Our senior luncheon went very well in July. We had a Christmas in July theme. Even Santa showed up and passed out Christmas koozies to all the members that were in attendance. We had about 40 seniors in attendance for the luncheon. We grilled out hot dogs, had great sides and desserts. The entertainment was Health Beats Drum Circle, which we all had a blast. It was a fun day had by all. This month's luncheon theme is the Dog Days of Summer. We'll be grilling hamburgers, having paw potato salad, and boneyard beans. The entertainment will be Singo with DJ Doo-Wop Dog Chris being our DJ.
She's not supposed to tell that.
Dinner with yeah. Dinner with Friends was at a Valet Escondido in Harrison on July 16th at 5 p.m. We had about 25 in attendance. The next Dinner with Friends will be August 20th at 5 at Willie's Sports Bar in Hidden Valley Lake. The summer concert series seems to be rolling along with about 60 people in attendance on Wednesday nights. We have 3 concerts left. Our concerts in August are August 5th with Mr. T's Mohawk, August 12th with My Day Off, and finishing up the summer on August 26th is K9 Jack. Vivian and I are hard at work trying to get a few day trips planned for our senior club. We are planning a trip to Crohn's Conservatory and a boat trip from Madison, Indiana to Lexington. Both will be planned for the fall. We also had 5 new members sign up in the month of July. Vivian's gonna read the rest of it.
Okay, we had a lot of stuff going on in July. We had a lot of new activities. If you see the pictures on the boards over there, Parker Lawhorn, he came and did arts and crafts with us. We painted rocks, we did canvases, we done ladybugs and buttons, made crafts out of buttons, and it was well attended. We had 64 different people coming in and out those days that we had that on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, and everybody loved it. Of course, volleyball is still a big hit. We have 25 to 30 every Thursday for volleyball. Now, it's got so competitive with the ping pong table. After volleyball, everybody's got a paddle and everybody's going after it. They love it.
A lot of trash talking.
Yeah, a lot of trash talking. And they really love it. They really do. And then we've got, starting this month in August, we've got Tuesdays, we're going to have Wii Bowling. We used to have Wii Bowling, and then
Right.
one of our seniors got sick, and it kind of fell by the wayside. So they're all excited again. We've got like 15 people signed up for that. Got all the equipment working today. Looking forward to that. On Wednesday, we're having Card Club, There's already a lot of trash talk about that too. Who's the best euchre player and, you know, the seniors, so.
That's why you play euchres, to trash talk.
Oh, yeah. So they're really, really looking forward to that. And again, our volleyball's on Thursday, so everybody's really excited about all the new stuff we got going on. So hopefully we can get more involvement
And Vivian, I think, Vivian, you mentioned a big number that for this year, you got a lot of people participating, that a lot more than last year.
Right. And I'm tracking that. I've started a tracking program on that. The month of July, we had over 115 people involved in different activities on different days.
Great.
So it's pretty exciting. We got, you know, getting a lot more people involved.
Good,
Good.
good. Any questions for anybody? The only thing is, Missy, if you could hand out a handout of what you're talking about,
Oh, okay.
I'd appreciate it, to all the
Okay.
trustees.
Sure.
Because you start ripping off all these names and dates and stuff, and there's no way I'm gonna copy all that down, so.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, other than that,
Same way with Vivian, right?
well, I'd leave
We
Vivian
need a
off, she
report
was,
from both of them, yeah.
Thanks, Jenna.
That's-
Leave me alone.
all right. Fiscal report, Chuck, Charlie,
Yeah.
if you guys wanna split, you don't have to sit through all this.
You know, you guys run the nicest township meeting I've ever been. Seriously, I've been through a lot. You wanna come here and play cards?
Entertainment Junction, isn't it?
I know.
I saw you dozing off there.
No, he's been
That's
active.
whatever floats your boat, I mean, if you wanna stay, that's
You're
fine.
more than welcome.
You got a resolution for us, otherwise we're happy to wait.
Okay, that's,
Oh, want a copy of that resolution?
We appreciate you.
Yeah. It's this one, right? 38? Yeah.
Those are two originals?
she's gonna copy one.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, we'll get it for you.
Thank you.
All right, you're welcome.
Thank you.
All right, so I'm going to open up with a little comment. This job is
Pretty tough anyway, but the last 30 days, I'm going to say this is comparison to me getting my knees replaced. It's been painful. And just like today, I had to resolve getting myself on the list for the STAR account.
Yeah.
And I had to do the same thing with the Fifth Third account. And when we were working last week with this visiting fiscal officer, she was coming in, go over these accounts and saying, what is this and what is this, and this seems to be not in the right spot. We got a lot of cleanup to do. We're gonna spend Thursday this week going over the bank reconciliation to clean it up. There's just been a lot of cleanup, and I think Amy is also gonna spend a lot of time Wednesday afternoon just trying to chase down all of the access codes and all of the logins to, we got vendors that we're integrated with, we got state agencies, and it was all done on a private basis as opposed to a corporate basis. So I accept responsibility. It was on my watch that I'm a Reagan guy. I try to trust and verify. I didn't do the verification that I needed to do on all of these accounts, but there's just a tremendous number of holes in the fiscal operations, and it's been going on for a long time because I'm still trying to get taxes wrapped up and taken care of. We got another letter last week from the state auditor's office. Amy and Melanie took a look at that and put together my package, and I'm going to send that off within the next few days to respond to 8 additional items. So we're responding to lots of questions at the state and local level. Unfortunately, at the local level, the township did not get a notice, nor did they get their money for the prepayment of property taxes as they were supposed to. We did not get it last week. I sent out a note today, and I asked the county auditing agency if they would look into that for me and see what the status of the response is, because they wouldn't tell me how much I was gonna get until they, I guess, take a look at how much they get in, and then they say, okay, this is the pro rata share, and
Yeah.
we can start sprinkling it out. But I got nothing as a response, and I don't know if or when we're gonna get the money. So I was telling Doug a little bit earlier, I may have to dig into that $1 million authorization coming out of the STAR account. So at least now I'm on the authorization list, you know, by you guys and by the state, and I'll get the notarized statement out the door soon so that we can get money if we can. But that's potentially it could be putting us in a bind if we can't get the county to actually give us the money they owe us, and if we had any trouble with the STAR account. So I don't expect any more trouble in the STAR account, but it was at 3.1 million, and we still have over our quota at Fifth Third. I know we talked about moving that account, but I told Rick that I got to get everything working first.
Sure.
You know, I got the electronic funds transfer process working last Thursday, and now I just need to make it happen this week with Amy on Wednesday when she gets payroll done for next week, and we'll get through that. But it is a mirage of unbelievable stuff. As I mentioned earlier, we're going to make sure that all security codes have to go to corporate identified emails and corporate identified phone numbers. So it'll come in here to my extension or Amy's extension, assuming you guys progress that tonight. And then we can talk with them. They can give us a code, we can key it in, and we can get through their double authentication process,
Right.
which is really common practice these days. But it was not common practice for me to have to use a Google Authenticator. I'm a Microsoft guy, and so I use it all the time, and it works. Google, I could never get it to work. So I don't know why Fifth Third uses Google, but they use it. And we're going to make sure that we go to corporate phones with corporate identifications and corporate codes that we can get from the phone and feed it back into the system while they're online. In fact, Wednesday morning, I'm going to go ahead and issue a service request to Fifth Third Direct first thing in the morning. I said, I don't know if I'm going to have to use this, but I want you to be on cue, because it took me 3 times to get to somebody that helped me figure out what was the magic spot. It was a place on this one table that they had, and I had my previous authentications up there for other systems that I get into. Pardon me. I did this, okay. You have to hit a plus sign in the bottom right corner to get additional authentications. As soon as I hit the plus sign, Fifth Third Direct popped up, and it gave me the code, and it switches the code every 30 seconds.
Ooh.
So you got to key it in.
Gotta key it in
Key
right
it in,
away.
otherwise a new one pops up. You got to key in that one. So I'm going through learning how to get into all of these accounts, and Amy's going to make sure that we've got the passcodes, the emails, and all of that need to be authenticated to us as we being the owners, and our phone numbers and our emails. And I was talking to the sheriff a little bit, and he says there's been, he says, rumblings out of the cornfield about, you know, not being able to get to our passcodes. And he said what he recommended, he says, change all the accounts and change all the accounts and change all the passcodes. Don't just change the passcodes, but change all the accounts. So it's a hell of a lot of work. It's just a lot of work. It's really been a burden, but somehow, some way, we'll get through it. But with Amy's help and Melanie's help, she comes out of Zanesville, so
Yep.
she commutes down here from Zanesville to help us out. I tried 2 other guys, and they weren't available. One was having surgery, and another guy's already got 3 full-time jobs. So he's got no time for us. So anyway, we're working on it, getting through this mirage of challenges, and though we'll get there. So I didn't get a chance to look at OTARMA. This, you know, you asked me to look at those, didn't get that. But we started digging into the healthcare costs, and Amy's going to wait to pull the trigger on that. She's going to help us figure out a better way to get, hopefully, better, cheaper, faster rates on healthcare The agent that we were using is out of Kalamazoo, Michigan. Why we're working with somebody out of Michigan, I have no idea, but we'll get local agents, local brokers to give us good prices. And if you guys got contacts in that arena, fine. I've got some contacts in the insurance industry too, in town, and I'll reach out to them. And then, Rick, you and I talked about different banking relationships. I've got to have federally insured banks. So Franklin County, Chris has already touched base with them. I'll touch base with them. I need at least one more federally insured bank, not a credit union, right? Nothing like that. And then we'll start figuring out who's going to be our electronic funds transfer agent. And I think also the criteria the Fifth Third uses, I've got to keep like $600,000 with them, dormant money, without getting any surcharges. So that seems a little outrageous. I mean, that alone is probably worth $30,000 a year in interest, right? I did get a posting in the Star account for $10,000 last month, so that's worth about $120,000 a year for interest on the $3 million. So I don't know if we can get better rates anyplace else. I'll start benchmarking that with other financial institutions. They've got connections with a number of the brokerage houses. I don't even know if we're allowed to use brokerage houses, but some of them pay much better rates than some of these other companies. I mean, I'm getting some 15% on some of my money. That's pretty good. I don't know if anybody else gets better money than that, but I'm willing to shop it and make sure that we're getting the maximum return and the lowest cost for Crosby Township. So that was a long-winded introduction, and you know that we found some issues with the bank reconciliation, which we hopefully will resolve on Thursday, but if not, we'll get that taken care of. The appropriations reports you've already seen. You've seen the bank reports. So I think on the financial side, we're getting our act together. I did tell Jason, I mentioned to Chris that I'm going to work the healthcare cost bidding and make sure that we get good prices on all of that, because I think it's costing us a whole lot of money to stay with Anthem. But if we can get the same quality and same list of providers and same delivery and good cost and all those things, we get all the characteristics of a good deal, then we may be bringing you proposals for different recommendations. So that's a lot. Now I've got a couple things here that are resolutions. I brought them up last month. We didn't get them resolved.
I had a couple questions.
Okay.
You said so you need to, I know you're changing your passcodes, but you're like changing the account numbers also?
I may, that's what the sheriff recommended.
And then you plan on switching banks? Can you do it now, or do you have to wait till the first of the year?
Well, I don't know. I didn't want to switch banks until I get this one settled in and it's working.
Yeah, take it in steps. You got to get yourself squared away with what you got.
Right. That's my approach.
Yeah,
Make sure it works.
right.
And
You got a
we'll-
lot on
and
your plate without
I
worrying
got
about
I
banks.
got a lot going on, and it's almost unbearable. I mean, I didn't say this off the cuff with Chris yesterday. I said this place is going to kill me. I'm going to leave this building with my feet leaving first,
Nah,
and I don't appreciate being put in this position, but we allowed ourselves to get in this position over a long number of years and in a long number of months, and if I get to the place where I think that really is risk, I'll just say, guys, have fun. Find somebody. You won't find anybody. I'll interview them and I'll screen them to see if they can do the job. But once they hear my history, they may not want it. It's a tough one. It's the toughest job in this building, in this township.
I ain't gonna
So,
debate
anyway.
that with you. You got it. You got your hands full.
So anyway, we allowed ourselves to get into this box. It's my job to push the nails loose and get out of the box. So, longevity. Jason, you said you had some comments, and I changed those things on the longevity. You wanted part-time to be in there. any of your temporary. So if you want, I'll pass this down to Dennis and he can read it.
I got my copy.
Okay, that'd be great.
The only thing I have on that is section 2, eligibility,
Yes,
elected township officials.
I took that one off.
All right.
So I took that off today. So that was off today, and then I added the part-timers in there too.
So
that
that's,
was-
so is that on my,
let's see, it should be,
you got full-time employees and part-time employees?
I got full-time and part-time employees or anybody that's on salary. So they get these, and if we have some catch-up, like Rick's been around for a while, he's probably due for a catch-up on that. Anybody that's been on a salary or full-time job, we should make it right, and it's an escalating scale. Basically, we'd all talked about this, $100, then $200, $300, $400, $500, and if you get 30 years or more, you get $1,000. And again, we justified all this because in the previous years, it was only for the firehouse, and they were getting 38 cents an hour as a kicker. And we added that all up and said, hey, that's more than $1,000 a year, and then you've got the compounding. So if it's 1,000 this year, it's 1,030 or $50 next year. So anyway, we got this longevity resolution, number 30, recognition rewards. If we can get this passed, or if you want to push it out another month, it doesn't matter to me.
Okay, the only question I have is that we're not going back and accumulating. If somebody's been here for 25 years, we're not going back and giving them 20 years, 15 years, 10 years, and 5
we
years.
would just give them 25.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure
No, no.
that
Right,
No.
we're just,
we're
No, no.
starting now.
We're starting now.
starting now.
We're starting
We're not
right,
going
right
back.
this moment. We're not going back.
All right,
Be paid out like it,
In the month that they hit their anniversary, it was expected that we would try to get that into their paycheck that month, that they had their anniversary, and that we had agreed, and if we can make this happen in the payroll system, that it would be a net amount. So you'd get a net, say you were here for 5 years, you'd get a net $100.
Right.
And we would figure out how to gross it up to say, okay, pay the pension, pay the taxes, pay the whatever. So if that ends up being another $100, you're not really paying $100, you're paying closer to $200, right, for the coverage, so that they feel like they got something tangible for $100, because if you tax and take out pensions for the $100, they'll end up getting $50, $60. Right? So if that's the way you guys want it handled, that's the way we'll handle it.
so this is gonna add a lot more complication to your paperwork and stuff?
No, it's just, I mean, they're only gonna hit these anniversaries every now and then, right?
right.
And when they hit it, then we'll figure it out.
Okay,
Say,
Like January
In
1st
Jan-
or something?
that's everybody in the past year?
At the beginning of the year. That would be easier.
That year.
For that year.
I thought like doing it once.
We could do it. You'd have to do it every month. Just to
A
say, do
great
we have
time would
any?
be right before Christmas.
Yeah, right. We can do that. Does everybody like that approach?
well, I would agree, that would be the easiest way, but would you make it January the 1st?
Agree-
Or July 1st, or July 1st, or July payroll or something? There's too much
That-
else
that-
going.
Great
we're
time would
very
be right
busy.
before Christmas.
Closing out the year.
When is your, when is a slower time? for that?
Just,
Yeah,
That'd be
Yeah.
good, 'cause it'd be like a Christmas present.
yeah.
yeah,
people need the
Christmas
money
bonus.
then.
Yeah, okay.
All right,
So do you want this changed to, say, December and
I
make
would just add it as an,
addendum in here?
yeah, just
And-
add
And
it
we'll
in there.
say non-cumulative.
Be great, because people need the money then.
Okay, and we'll,
Great idea.
So is this for full-time and part-time employees?
Yeah,
well, that's what Jason was asking for, because he's relying on a lot of part-time labor.
yeah. some of
And
these
if they're
part-time
here
guys-
for 10 years as a part-time
And
employee,
most of our
he
employees
was
are part-time.
making a
I'm the
case
only
for
full-time.
doing it for them.
It'd be all Jim's employees.
Yeah, Jim's employees, it's Jason's employees, those are primarily the ones.
Mostly
But,
everybody.
well, actually, almost everybody, because you got
I'm the
two.
only full-time right
You
now.
got you got two at the table up there, too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Of course, they're newbies. It'll be a while. But is it okay if we do it then in December?
Yep.
We'll just make it payable
I
in
would
December?
say that would be a good time to do it.
Be like a Christmas bonus.
Okay, so
Yeah.
December payouts, non-cumulative.
Yep.
That's right.
But
All right.
part-time is okay. We're good with that?
Yep.
And full-time or salaried, however we define that. So do we
So
need
does
any
your
more
Does your copy
discussion?
have salary on it?
Pardon me?
Full-time employees would be a salary employee,
Right.
so.
Yeah, I would
it-
think so.
You don't have to spell that out.
Okay.
I'm good with it. If you got those
I
two
got those
corrections
two.
on there.
Yep.
All right. Any other further
And
comments?
since it's not due to December, I'll just make it in here and I'll bring it next time and,
Okay, if
Yeah.
that's what you want to do.
yeah, I'll do it next time.
All right. That sounds
But-
good.
So we'll table it.
We'll table that one. I'll make those couple, 30 is gonna be tabled for right now. Then we got, this holiday schedule. I know this is gonna be a little bit of a debate, but, I went to the federal, laws about what are all the holidays, and there's 11. I presume we would wanna follow the federal guidelines on the 11. And in negotiating with Amy, we were talking about floaters. I said, well, if you don't like any of these, you want to take one as a floater, like one of them you don't really want to take, and you want to take that as an extra day next to Christmas or next to Thanksgiving, I'm okay with that, if you guys are okay with that. And I think I left it in there. Yeah, I left floaters in there, but I didn't put in there that they replace some of these other 11. Of 2 others in list. And again, this is only for full-time employees, right? Full-time employees.
Right.
They'll get these holidays, and they can replace any of these with 2 floaters, if they don't want to go to whatever it might be. You know, Martin Luther King, it could be Labor Day, it could be Columbus Day, it could be Veterans Day, whatever. But if they want an extra day around Thanksgiving or Christmas, they could book it in there as a floater. So are you guys okay with this list, recognizing you could take 2 floaters and replace these others?
I'm,
Basing that on a 40-hour week.
40-hour salaried, yeah, full-time, full-time,
Full-time.
full-time. Yeah, that was cleared up last time. We all agreed that it needs to be full-time employees,
Right.
not the 32 hours that we were talking about. It's got to be full-time. So that would be motivating to get people to go to
the
full-time.
only thing,
too.
you know, if it's a legal holiday
Yep,
and the office here is supposed to be closed,
yep,
and you got one person that comes in because they don't want to, I have a problem with that.
well,
If it's supposed to be a legal
Holiday.
holiday and they aren't supposed to be here, this
Be
place
closed.
should not have one person
yep.
in here doing something in order to have a floating holiday.
Right.
Dennis, there's a lot of days that I'm the only one in here,
Well, do you
So-
have, you probably.
especially after 2 or 3 o'clock.
Well, I know, but I mean, we're
Yeah.
talking holidays.
I work holidays too.
Well, so do I, but
No,
we're not salaried employees.
no, I
We're
work,
elected officials.
I work to get the work done. That's just the way it
So
is.
that is my only beef about it,
Yep,
is
Do you have
that,
activities here sometimes on holidays, like on, say Washington, or President's Day or something, do you?
4th of July,
Part-time, so you guys don't work those days ever?
anyway.
We work them. We might work them, but we
I
don't
mean, you never have activities with seniors or anything, if it's a Wednesday and it happens to be Columbus Day, you would not, you don't come in then?
We do.
We come in.
The 3 years
you
I've
do
been
come
here,
in.
we have.
We do come in.
We have meetings on the days.
But they're not full-time anyway.
We have meetings on
I know, but there's things
Labor
going
Day,
on, this building's not like locked up.
Veterans Day.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, I'm just asking.
the thing is should it be? It's a legal federal holiday.
Holiday.
We had a meeting this year on something.
Right.
A lot of holidays are on Monday.
Yeah, and I usually come in, it depends on what holiday it is, and I have no objection coming in, because work has to be taken care of. It's either that, or I reschedule for like a Tuesday. So the holiday thing doesn't,
Yeah, but you're not a full-time employee either.
I know.
But he is salaried, but he is salaried.
Yeah, I guess you are salaried.
He is salaried.
we're not here that often.
But sometimes too, if, like, if we're here, we're not expecting anything out of that. We're not expecting a
It's casual
floating
labor.
day. It's a kind of a catch-up day. If I'm, want to come in and catch up on things, I'm not expecting anything out of that. You know what
Right.
I'm saying?
So you wouldn't use it as a floating
No,
holiday?
No, I would, if I'm not doing anything at home, and I would,
If Mark's home, you need to get out of the house.
I need to get away from him. Good one, Doug.
Well,
If you're on salary,
I
ain't you
need
getting paid
escape.
anyway?
you know.
Salaries
Yeah,
get paid
so it-
anyway.
What do you think, Rick?
What do you guys think?
I say throw the holiday thing out the door. I never worry about holidays.
No,
Work 'em all.
it's just a,
Well, when you're worth 9 digits, it doesn't matter.
That's you, Charlie. That ain't me. That's why I work,
I mean, that's,
the holidays.
That's why you can't go to the thing
If it,
tomorrow at the firehouse.
you know, I would just delete the floating holiday section to me and keep the rest. You know, that is,
At
All
least
right.
that much.
right.
If
Okay.
not the whole thing.
Whole thing, two away. Doug,
Doug,
vote.
I say whole thing.
there you go.
Yeah, somebody's gotta be there, don't make no sense.
Yeah, but we have to,
Well, with their contracts have that they get the holidays off. So
Exactly.
right.
But
why-
we have,
then
but-
why we need this in
well, you have to specify holidays.
The only thing is that our current book does not have Juneteenth in it.
I think it only has like 5 or 6, doesn't it?
Well, there's more than that.
Is there?
you
I
get
thought it was
the,
5 or 6. Oh,
1910.
you get the
Probably 11,
holidays
because
off, but it's your, you know,
holidays,
if you
so
come
Yeah.
in, then it's you. Who cares?
But I know that, like, Chris's contract that already has in there, it's a federal holiday, so do we have to really make a thing to say what the federal holiday is?
well, you just have to,
Because
you
it's
just have to,
already-
you just have to put the holidays in every contract, that's all. If you don't want a resolution that says, hey, this is our policy.
Person, you know.
I'm trying to get us to where we have policies.
Get overtime.
I mean, I'm fine with the holiday schedule because that's normal for everything,
Right.
Yeah,
the holiday schedule. It's just a
Right.
floating thing where
floating I can take
you gotta
out,
keep track of all that,
yeah.
you know? I'm good with the holiday schedule. Those are the 11 normal holidays.
Okay. Are you okay with it? And you're okay with it? Just
Yeah,
drop
I
out the
just-
floating?
Take out the floating.
Yep.
All right. Floating's gone, so I'll bring it back next month
Yep.
without the floating.
Yep.
All right, tabled. 32 is tabled,
30 and 32.
yes. 37 is gonna be later with Chris and maintenance, so that one's there. And I revised 21. I put a copy in you guys' mailbox. I'm not sure if you read it. But basically, after I did more research on procurement, and I started to see all the caveats in there about certain elements, so I didn't really change any of the tiers. So that came over. Vendor selection and justification. That was a little bit more beefed up. Conflict of interest, I did pick that up out of the ORC. I had missed it before, so you gotta preclude conflict of interest. Approval requirements, that was the same. Check issuance, I put that in there because I was being requested to turn around checks in a day. I can do that in a day if I've got somebody that actually produced the check, but then it's you guys, 3 signatures, and you guys usually sign on Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, so I needed at least 6 or 7 days to get that in there, so I plugged that one in there. Check requests and PO requests. We're in the process of looking at the PO requests again. We just need to know the purpose, the amount of money, so description of the goods and services, the dates that it's gonna be completed on, like for these entertainers, we're handing the checks to Missy, and she gives them to them after they complete their work, that's fine. So anyway, this was beefed up a little bit. We got record keeping, we got effective date, and we got change order controls, which was not adequately addressed in the previous one. change order controls were kind of loose, but they should be anything exceeding $5,000 must receive prior formal approval by the Board of Trustees, public meetings. So, you know, we wouldn't have $50,000 and $100,000 change orders. Oh, we got the contract and we'll just push this one through. Nope, we're not gonna do that anymore. We're gonna have to go through formal change control. And then I got the compliance checklist at the back. So, you probably want more time. Do you need more time? What do you want to do with this? I think
I guess the only thing I had, under section 3, prior certification required.
Yep.
What happens if you have an emergency repair? They walk up on the roof, they say, the compressor's gone.
Okay.
It's gonna cost us $5,000, $6,000 to get it repaired. Are you gonna have Jim go after a purchase order, track you down?
No, I'm gonna say, what do you think the limit ought to be on emergencies? Should it be 5 or 10,000 for emergency repairs? I mean,
I think on that one thing, when we discussed this before, if there was something like that came up, Jim or whoever would come to you to make sure there was enough funds
Yep.
to take care of it, and then you would okay it, and then they would go ahead and get it done without going through a purchase order and everything. You know, and then that also throws in a competitive bid.
There is a concept out there, Dennis, that you can say emergencies can be repaired, but they then need to have kind of a proof of that it was competitive after the fact. I forget what the words are in legal jargon, but you do the work and then you come back and justify and say, hey, we did find somebody that was 1,000, but it needed to be done over the weekend. It's worth it. We approve it. So you can approve it at the time to get it done. Say we got a main
Or is
water
there
break.
such a thing as an approved vendor?
And
So
it's usually with an approved vendor that you've got history with, that you called in for an emergency, and then you write the resolution to come back and approve it. It was $25,000 to replace whatever. Let's just say a roof. You had to, we got a tornado come through. We had to fix the roof to keep the water damage out of the house.
Right.
$25,000. We meet the next week. We say, hey, we got to approve this. I know it's over the one limit, but it needed to be done, and then you all just approve it.
Okay, that was the main thing about this whole thing here, is if
Yep.
there was an emergency
Yep.
that we needed
I'll
to.
put in an emergency provision.
Can I
Yeah.
just say, I think this is a lot for one resolution. And when I'm reading through this, I feel like each one of these things needs a discussion on
Okay?
itself. So I
can do that.
On section 3.
or
No, it's-
just a meeting in general instead of a trustee meeting on a Monday night. This is a lot of information to be on one resolution. If we could break this down
We
into.
can break it up. I'm just
because
trying to
I know, and I appreciate that.
shore up our procurement process.
Yeah, but this is a lot, and it's, I think there's so many situations that could come into each one of these. And I don't know, it's,
On the maintenance and fire side.
in many aspects, it is. And I wouldn't feel comfortable passing anything that has all of this on one resolution.
It's
that binds-
a lot, Chris and Jason and trustees. But when the auditors come in
I know
and they
that.
find a fault, they want to throw my ass in jail. I mean,
That's not what I'm saying.
and I'm not going to jail.
Charlie, that's not what I'm saying. There are so many things that go into each one of these, and to me, there's more discussion that needs to be made, because this is gonna bind a lot of things, and I think that some of the things that you're talking about have happened in the past
Yeah.
that, we're moving forward and we can avoid a lot of those things. So I would
This policy
appreciate.
tries to avoid them.
let's table this one more
Like I
time.
say, cause I wanna look over the whole thing.
Okay, that'd be good. I just want to keep some momentum behind
Exactly,
shoring up our procurement policies.
right.
And I have to look at what we already passed on that one
Yeah, it was pretty brief.
resolution, because you already addressed some of these issues before.
Yeah, it's it, but basically the previous one was, section 3 with the
Yeah,
25,000, the tiers. That was
Okay.
basically it.
All
A
right,
lot of the other pieces weren't
okay,
in there.
yep,
So, in doing my due diligence on my own document, I said, this is still weak. It still allows for these vulnerabilities.
okay.
So I said, all right, I'm gonna beef it
No,
up.
we don't want to throw you under the bus, but we got to have a
No, I
workable-
can't stop the wheels, but I'll just go and say, it takes planning. Procurements of sizable amounts of money require planning and approval. That's the key. You
most
gotta
of the
plan,
things, unless it's an emergency.
unless it's an emergency, and we gotta have a provision. I'll write the provision for emergency.
Yeah, because if the fire engine gets forced off the road and he
Yep.
hits an electric pole,
It's an emergency.
it's an
Fix it.
emergency.
Fix it,
Yeah,
right.
right.
I agree. I overlooked that, I'm sorry.
That's no problem. That's what we have discussions for.
Yep.
All right, so I think that's it. I've got a lot of to-dos, but that'll be the end of my report.
Okay, thank you. Rick, zoning?
We have one residential deck, two residential accessory buildings, one commercial addition to an existing building, and one commercial addition, 3 units and parking. And that's all I have.
Okay. Thank you. Any questions for zoning? Seeing none. Before we go in executive session, I did have one letter from Duke Energy I'd like to take and read. It's a construction notice, and it's a Hamilton County pole replacement project. And this has to do with the electric line going from the substation at Nolman's over to Northgate. So there's a lot of real tall poles, and they're going to replace some of those poles with steel. So I'm going to read the letter so you know now where it's going to be, because I looked it up on the website. Duke Energy, Ohio is proposing to replace 19 damaged or deficient 138 kilovolt transmission line structures along the existing F9787 circuit in Coleraine and Crosby Townships, Hamilton County, Ohio. 2 existing wooden pole structures will be replaced with taller steel pole structures to address uplift issues. 1 existing wooden pole structure will be replaced with a steel engineering pole supported by concrete foundations. The remaining 16 structures will be replaced with like facilities. So whether that's steel or the existing transmission line conductor will also be replaced with like facilities. In accordance with OAC 4906-101, Appendix A, Duke Energy Ohio is required to prepare this construction notice for the Ohio Power Siting Board, and in compliance with OAC 4906-607, the company is hereby providing you with a link to an electronic copy. That link is www.duke-energy.com/Hamilton. And that'll pull it up. The work is to start in September and completed by December of 2026. And so if you see people over there working, that's what that's about.
Where's it at, Dennis? What roads?
Huh?
What road?
It'll be over there in the Fort Scott subdivision, basically. It's going to be from Nolman's substation, be going down River Road, and then up through Fort Scott over into Coleraine Township, where it goes up into Northgate. So how long has that line been
So
in
is
there?
that along the road, or is it over?
Part of it's along the road, and most of it's
Over.
cross-country.
Cross-country.
Yep.
It cuts through Fort Scott, right?
Huh?
The one that cuts through Fort Scott,
Yeah,
cuts
Yeah.
right through the middle of Fort Scott.
yeah, the high tension line. Yeah.
Do that pretty quick.
So it'll be happening between September and December. So if anybody asks you, you've been duly notified. Okay, we're going to go into executive session. We have several. The first executive session has to do with maintenance supervisor, term of employment. So it is now, I need a motion to go into executive session.
I'll make the motion.
Have a second?
I'll second it.
Moved and seconded. Roll call.
Doug?
Yes.
Rick?
Yes.
Dennis?
Yes. Time is 9:48.
8:48.
Oh, 8:48. Now I'm getting way long.
Are you doing what we're dismissing?
And Alan, I'd like you to be in all the executive sessions. All right.
All right, and you've got the resolution, I think, for that Chris had prepared, so.
Yep. All I gotta do is go through my stack here and
36, I think, is
sort them
its
out.
number.
37.
30, is it 37?
Cooking hamburgers.
Yeah, 37. 37.
Okay.
Resume.
Resume at 9:13. Okay, we're going to read resolution number 37-2026. It's a resolution approving the employment agreement for the position of maintenance supervisor. Whereas the Board of Trustees of Crosby Township, Hamilton County, Ohio, has determined that it is in the best interest of the township to employ a full-time maintenance supervisor. And whereas the board has reviewed the proposed employment agreement with James Niehaus dated August 3rd, 2026, establishing the terms and conditions of employment, including annual salary participation in OPERS, township benefits, vacation, and other terms set forth in the agreement. Whereas the agreement provides that the position is an at-will appointment consistent with applicable provisions of the Ohio Revised Code and township policy. Now therefore be it resolved by the Board of Trustees of Crosby Township, Hamilton County, Ohio, that the employment agreement between Crosby Township, James Niehaus, dated August 3rd, 2026, is hereby approved and incorporated by reference. The President of the Board of Trustees and fiscal author are authorized to execute the agreement on behalf of the township. The township administrator and fiscal officer are authorized to take all actions necessary to implement the agreement, including payroll and benefits administration. This resolution shall take effect immediately upon its adoption, adopted this third day of August 2026. The resolution is based on the attached maintenance supervisor employment agreement, and that agreement is attached to the resolution, and I'm going to call it Appendix A. So do I have a motion to approve resolution number 30-2026?
I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
It's been moved and seconded. Roll
Okay,
call?
Roll call, Rick.
Yes.
Doug.
Yes.
Dennis.
Yes. All right, I'll sign.
Pass that one over
I'll
for
let-
everybody's signatures.
And then we just got to sign
Contract.
the employment agreement.
Contract too, yeah.
That last page and the first page. Charlie, I need a new resolution number, be 39. Is that the
Okay.
next one?
Okay.
Because I think 38 was taken last.
Mm-hmm. 39.
Okay, resolution 39. A resolution approving and adopting the employment agreement for the part-time maintenance supervisor assistant. Whereas the Board of Trustees of Crosby Township, Hamilton County, Ohio, has determined that it is necessary in the best interest of the township to employ a part-time maintenance supervisor assistant to support the maintenance and operation of township roads, facility, parks, cemeteries, grounds, vehicles, equipment, and public infrastructure. And whereas the board has reviewed the maintenance supervisor assistant employment agreement between Crosby Township and Taryn Turner dated August 3rd, 2026. And whereas the employment agreement provides for the compensation at the rate of $25 per hour, participation in the Ohio Public Employees Retirement System as required by law, benefits made available to similarly situated township employees, 2 weeks of paid vacation annually, and other terms and conditions stated in the agreement. And whereas the employment agreement provides that the position is part-time, subject to after-hours emergency and severe weather response, and is at will unless otherwise provided by law. And whereas the board finds that approval of the employment agreement is necessary for the efficient operation of the township and serves a proper public purpose, now therefore be it resolved by the Board of Trustees of Crosby Township, Hamilton County, Ohio, that Section 1, the maintenance supervisor assistant employment agreement between Crosby Township and Taryn Turner dated August 3rd, 2026 is hereby approved and adopted. A copy of the agreement shall be maintained with the official records of the township and is incorporated into this resolution by reference. Section 2, Taryn Turner is hereby appointed as the maintenance supervisor assistant under the terms and conditions stated in the employment agreement. Section 3, compensation is authorized at the rate of $25 per hour payable through the township regular payroll system and subject to all required withholdings, OPERS contributions, and applicable township payroll policies. Section 4, the president of the Board of Trustees, the fiscal officer, and any other appropriate township official are authorized to execute the employment agreement, take all actions reasonably necessary to implement it, including payroll and benefits administration. Section 5, all actions previously taken by the township official consistent with this resolution and the employment agreement are hereby ratified and confirmed. Section 6, this resolution shall take effect immediately upon its adoption, adopted this third day of August 2026. Do I have a motion to accept resolution number 39?
I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
It's been moved and seconded. Roll call?
Rick?
Yes.
Dennis?
Yes.
And Doug?
Yes.
Okay. And with that will be the employment agreement that will be attached to the resolution. And everybody can sign the copy I have because I made corrections.
That's all right, we can sign it.
We'll sign it, but you had full-time at the top instead of part-time. So
If it's legible, you guys sign it, it's good. Congratulations. On both. To you, congratulations.
Where's all the streamers coming down? Confetti.
Where's the gold buzzer?
okay, what's our next executive session, Charlie?
It's on Amy.
The next two are on you?
Well, yeah, it's me. It's Amy and then it's unemployment.
Okay. Sign the back on that. Need a motion to go in executive session number 2 to discuss assistant fiscal officer.
I'll make a motion, we go to executive session.
Second.
Been moved and seconded. Roll call?
Dennis,
Yes.
Rick,
Yes.
and Doug,
Yeah. 9:21.
9:21.
All right.
Okay,
All right, we resumed at 9:42.
What time we go in?
9:21.
9:21.
Yep.
All right.
First action is Amy.
Yep. I'm just looking, I don't have a resolution. It's
Nope.
just a contract.
It's just a contract because it's basically backfilling a current position,
Okay.
so I don't think it needs a resolution, does it?
I don't have a problem with this.
No.
I'm just going to read the contract for the record.
Okay.
Contract for Assistant Fiscal Officer as of August 3rd, 2026. This employment agreement for Assistant Fiscal Officer, which is agreement, is made and entered into as of the third day of August 2026 by and between the Fiscal Officer and the Board of Trustees of Crosby Township, Hamilton County, Ohio, and Amy Detmer, who is the employee. Number one, appointment and authority of the township pursuant to the recommendation of the fiscal officer, W. Charles Slavin, hereby employs employee as assistant fiscal officer of the township. This appointment is made pursuant to the authority of Ohio Revised Code, chapters 503, 507, and related provisions, including Ohio Revised Code, chapters 507.021, and any applicable resolutions adopted by the board. Number two, term of employment. Term of this agreement for the period beginning August 17th, 2026 through March 31st, 2028. 2.2, at-will employment. Unless otherwise required by law, employer's employment is at will, meaning it may be terminated by either party at any time with or without cause and with or without notice, subject to applicable law. 2.3, no guarantee of continued employment. Nothing in this agreement shall be construed to create definite term of employment or to limit the statutory authority of the board. Number three, duties and responsibilities and hours of work. The employee shall perform the duties customary associated with the position of Assistant Fiscal Officer, including all those duties in the attached job description and performing such additional duties as may be assigned consistent with the law. Number four, supervision. The employee shall be supervised by the Township Fiscal Officer, subject to the ultimate authority of the Board of Township Trustees. Number five, compensation and benefits. As described in the job description and in the township regular payroll schedule and subject to applicable withholdings, this employee is eligible for incentive and blanket raises for 2027 and 2028. Number six, compliance with law and policies. The employee agrees to comply with all applicable Ohio law, auditor of state requirements, and township policies. Number seven, confidentiality. The employee shall not disclose confidential information except as required by law or authorized by the township. Number eight, bonding. The employee shall be bonded in the amount determined by the board at township expense. Number nine, termination. The township may terminate employment at any time with or without cause. The employee may resign at any time by 4 weeks written notice. Number 10, indemnification. To the extent permitted by Ohio law, the township shall defend and indemnify employee for acts within the scope of employment. Number 11, entire agreement. This agreement constitutes the entire agreement between the parties and may be amended only by written agreement approved by township resolution. Number 12, governing law. This agreement shall be governed by Ohio law, in witness whereof the parties are to have executed this agreement as of the date first written above. Do I have a motion to accept the contract for Assistant Fiscal Officer?
I'll make a motion to accept it.
Been moved to accept. Have a second? Been seconded.
Roll call, Rick,
Yes.
Doug,
Yes.
Dennis.
Yes.
Okay. I'll pass this around. I've already signed that version, my
Okay.
copy. And do you want to read through the position description or not?
Nope. That'll be attached
It's
to
attached.
the contract,
Yep.
and we'll sign both. So I'll sign, oh, you got the copy, okay.
Yep. Okay, I'll pass this around for you guys' signatures on this. Okay.
You're gonna have to sign the contract then.
This.
All right. I guess that takes care of the business. The next meeting, regular monthly trustee meeting is, there's no
September the
date.
8th.
What is it?
September the 8th.
September the 8th. At 7 PM.
I think that was right.
Is it? I don't have
No.
my phone.
It's the 14th.
Well, that's way different than the 8th.
What's that?
Next meeting is September the 14th.
That's gonna be,
Wow.
Yep.
you won't
September
see each
14th.
other for a while.
Yeah, well, yeah.
That's the way that goes.
That's good. Okay, a motion to adjourn.
I make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Been moving and seconded, adjourn 9:49 PM.
9:49.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed? We're finished.